Centers are lined up. Official ready to drop the puck. The Capitals start with possession as we are now underway. Takes it from the right side. Olmark's going to slow things down and up for the whistle.
Well, you got to kill the play eventually. That way everyone can get reorganized.
Lots of time left in this period. Still looking for our first goal. The frozen biscuits dropped and we are back underway here. Oh, a violent collision against the wall.
No matter what you do, that's never going to feel good.
Oh, he rocked him. Scores! Listen to this place.
What a start for them. Get the game's first goal. Now they have to keep the pressure on. The goalie's probably got to stop this, but I don't think he's set, James. That turnover didn't give him much time to get set in the net.
The Capitals are back at center ice, and with it, a 1-0 lead.
You'd like to start quickly. This is about as perfectly as you can. At home, crowd behind you, and an early lead.
The Sabres have it from their own end. Takes the return feed.
1 minute, 9 seconds.
Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. And it's a quick pass to Ristolainen. Directs it on over to Carlson. Whacks it into the offensive zone. Buffalo's got a hold of it against the wall. Moves it quickly over to Hall. Buffalo's got the puck in the defensive end. Loses his balance on the play. Shuts him down. And the puck gets out of here in a hurry, stopping the play.
Everybody's looking around. They heard it hit the pipe, but off it goes up out of play.
The Capitals have been the better team to this point. Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Skinner's moving it ahead. The Sabres gain possession along the wall. From the defensive zone, they move the puck around. Looks to make a play over to Stahl. At center ice now, he grabs the puck. The Capitals have it against the wall. Here's a short pass to Jensen. Sends it deep inside the offensive zone. Quick feed to Verona. And that's blocked. Buffalo's got a hold of the puck. Skinner's carrying it ahead. Jabs the puck away. Scooped up along the wall by Montour. Can't keep a hold of the puck after that play. And now he moves it quickly to Eller. Puts it up front. He scores!
They didn't sit back after getting that first one. They pile a back-to-back goal on here. Man, the goalie's going to look at his teammates and say, is anybody going to cover the high slot? He was so open, he was able to hammer home the one-timer.
Washington's capitalized on their offensive abilities here in this first period. This neutral zone face-off set to go, and we are back underway. Now a quick pass to Oposo.
In the offensive zone with the puck. You know he's thinking about his next milestone that's sitting 1 goal away.
Here he is with the backhander. Turn that one aside.
He's sharp on that one. Nowhere to go for the puck.
Sends a pass over. Sends it across. And they can't connect. Takes the saucer pass. Buffalo's got the puck along the boards. Taken along the wall by Irwin. Looking for space inside the D zone. And now he angles it across to Hagelin. There's the challenge, and the challenge is accepted. Oh, and he hammers him and sends him down to the ice.
That's a clear decision there. You can't touch momentum, but you can feel it. And the home team's going to build a little bit, they believe, after a fight win.
Listen to this place. Both teams had a chance for a little reset as they step in for the faceoff. And now it's to Carlson. Puck dumped in. Picked up along the wall by Ovechkin. Good defensive effort to poke it away. And a strong effort on that play. Past the halfway mark of this period, Washington's got some breathing room as they lead it 2-0. Buffalo's got possession here in their own end. Moves it to Eakin. Moves the puck. Look out, a 2-on-1. Here he is, wristed on net. He scores.
I'm not sure if there was any communication on that play at all. Both defensemen end up so far out of position, the slot is wide open, and the shot beats the goalie.
Buffalo's cut that lead to 1 as they get back to center ice.
They must look at this game completely different, James. They should. Because now, with just half of this first period left, there's lots of time. You only trail by 1.
Picked up along the boards by McCabe.
Assisted by number 44.
From his own end, he moves it up ahead. And he gets sandwiched into the wall.
That's really well played by the defensive player. He took away the angle, forced him into a spot, and then laid the hit.
The Capitals have been the better team in this first period. More scoring opportunities, and as a result, more goals. Montour's stick handling in his own zone. The Capitals have it in the offensive end. Scores! Slick Nick Backstrom!
That's a ghastly defensive turnover. It gives the shooter all kinds of time, and he has time to pick his spot. Top bins.
The Capitals have given themselves a 2-goal lead, but why does everybody consider this the most dreaded lead in hockey?
I think because teams tend to get a little bit tentative. They're comfortable with the 2-goal lead. Don't give up the aggression now. There's too much hockey left to be played.
Assisted by number 40.
Past the midway mark in this period, the Capitals have recently taken a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it.
10 seconds.
Locks them up on the draw as they take possession. The Sabres take it along the wing. Slides the puck over. He gets a piece of it with a stick.
Really good positioning as he makes the stop from in tight.
Fires it into the offensive zone. Hits him right into the boards.
Yeah, that's still smart. You can know it's coming, but the boards are solid. That always rattles you.
Eichel's taking it from his own end. Big play inside the defensive zone. And a souvenir for one lucky fan will bring us to a face-off on the ice. Officials getting ready to drop the puck. Puck possession so key in today's game. The Sabres win the face-off. Snaps one here in the slot. Gets the pad on it to deny him. Quick pass to Dahlin. Blocked in front. The Capitals get a hold of the puck along the boards. Sends it over to Jensen. Here's the pass. Gives him a whack, and the officials are going to call this one. Let's see what the official makes for the final decision. The officials making the call. You know, you had, what, over 400 goals? Different kind of stick work here.
Little different. I would say this is probably the penalty I took as much as any.
Really?
Yeah, you get a little bit behind, and or you get a little bit frustrated, and the slash is the one.
Or is that the Ferraro temper?
No, it's... Yes.
And we got a fight.
It doesn't even have to be a hard shot. It can be a muffin, but everybody is going to defend the goalie when you shoot the puck that late after a whistle.
Oh, and he caught him right there, and that'll pretty much do it.
Yeah, that's not going to go to the judges.
Ray, it looks like they're not done with each other down there.
No, they're going to bark at each other on their way to the penalty box, but into the box they go. Time to sit down.
Washington's got the lead here late in this first period. The Sabres win the faceoff. Tries to get the puck over to Reinhart. We got a penalty coming up here. The goaltender is quickly off to his bench to get the extra attacker out. Right in front of the net, and makes the save. And there's the whistle stopping the play. Let's see what the officials are calling. The Capitals have been handed 2 for interference.
Once he puts up his little token argument here, he's going to circle around a bit and try and regroup here as he goes to the penalty box. Always. You never think it's the right call.
In the final moments of this period, the Capitals have been getting solid offensive contributions, leading 3-1. Dowd's one possession. Nice play shorthanded as they get control of the puck. And a successful clearing attempt. Nice poke check. Centering pass. Here he is in close. Oh, a clutch save.
Samsonov's had to be on his game. That's a great chance.
They're swarming here. Oh, and comes up with nothing on the play. Denies him with the save. Puts it to the front of the net. Moves it quickly over to Skinner. Here's a shot. That goes off the twig. Moved to the middle. And he coughs it up with the pass. Just rocked on the play.
Man, you hear the old term bone jarring? That one had to hurt. The boards are still moving from that collision.
Grabs the puck and moves on out here with this man advantage. From the left side, they enter the offensive zone. No one home on that play. Sends it to the opposite corner. The Capitals will try to shave a few seconds off this penalty now. And the puck is moved to a safer spot on the ice. Buffalo's gained possession along the boards. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. Here's a shot blocked in traffic. Here inside the defensive zone, they get the puck. The Sabres will play it in their own end. Buffalo's on the attack. Oh, denies him with the save. I think he got the blocker on it.
But he came out and challenged him. Good save.
They clear the zone. Works it across to Skinner. Both sides back to even strength. A great effort by the penalty killers there.
Hey, I think I killed 2 penalties in my life. Looked to me like the penalty killers did.
He's got a little jump. Here's a chance. Quick shot. Great save.
Oh, I thought he was going to beat him, but the goalie comes up large.
Can't get a hold of that pass. From the left, he's got a step. He scores!
Oh, I love getting on a breakaway, James. You're out front, and if you've got confidence, you've got to sell your move and finish it off. Here's the one-on-one game. The goalie thinks he's going to deke, but he beats him with a quick shot.
The centermen glide into position. Face off here in the neutral zone, and we are back underway. Buffalo's got it along the wall. Quick shot, wide of the net. Well, this has been a thrashing through the first 20 minutes as it finally comes to an end.
Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 42 seconds.
Well, let's see what period 2 has in store for us as they are about to drop the puck. Second period set to get underway. It was a disaster first. Here we go. 1 period already in the books. Ray, how have you seen this thing?
Washington's puck pursuit has been A1 tonight. They've created a pile of turnovers. They're hungrier on the puck, and they've got a big lead.
Rocks him on the play. It's a 3-on-1. And the puck skips out of the zone. They'll have to regroup. Taken by Dahlin. Errant pass, and the play's broken up. The Capitals gain control of the puck against the wall. Washington's got it now. Buffalo's got the puck in their own end. Here they come out along the wing. They've got numbers. It's a 2-on-1. Can't connect. Can't connect. Handles the puck. Sends it over. Couldn't find the intended target. Grabbed along the boards by Oshie. He scores! The captain leading by example!
Two factors always on a goal here. We get the replay to look at it. It's the speed of the shot and the placement. Perfectly low stick side.
The Capitals offense on full display tonight. What impresses you the most?
Well, the varied way that they score. I mean, they have just dominated this game. I love the way that they've attacked the net.
Here's a short pass to Montour. To the low slot. Pokes it away in his own end. Quick feed to Reinhart. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. From along the wall. Takes a shot. Oh, comes up with a stop. Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. Washington's turned this into a blowout, now leading by 4. Good read by the winger as the two centers tie up. Slides the puck across to Stahl. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
Stahl's tendency is to shoot the puck. This time he overhandles it and loses it.
Uses the force on that hit. Here's a shot, and it comes up with the save. Scooped up along the wall by Orlov. Olmark's on top of the puck, and that'll stop the play.
Pretty conservative play here, James, as he covers it up to kill the play.
Play set to resume with the face-off ready to go. Slides in off the wing after the centerman tied him up. Gives him a tap with the stick, and the referees don't like it. Time for the official to pass down his sentence. The Capitals will serve 2 for slashing.
If you're going to slash, you better not make it so obvious. I mean, that's a penalty every time.
Handles the puck at the point. Blocker save.
Samsonov's goaltending at one end and the offensive output at the other has made for a good night.
And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. Just wide. Great save by Olmark. And with the two tied up off the face-off, a great read to grab possession of the puck. Strong hit on the play. Buffalo's moving it into the offensive end. And a penalty coming up as the official blows the play dead. Oh, she's not going to like the call, but the officials see tripping on the play.
Reaching out for the puck. I guess it's a little bit of a bad play. You've got to realize the guy's getting away. Let him go before you take the penalty.
The official's making him pay for it. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Into the offensive zone. Shot stopped by the goaltender. Washington's dominated right from the start. Their offense clicking on all cylinders, and they lead here in the second. The Capitals win it. Puck grab by Orlov. Puts it wide.
And the goalie doesn't even have to make an effort on that as that shot, even though it's close, misses the net.
Oh, what a save in front.
High-quality chance, high-quality save.
Moves it to Dillon. The Capitals move the puck in the defensive zone. Steps into it. What a save. He'll probably feel that one tomorrow.
Ovechkin's shot doesn't miss the mark very often. Very accurate, quick release. He's among the league leaders in goals this year.
More than half the period left to play. 5-1 is where we sit to this point. Here's a chance, a 2-on-1. Backhander, fantastic save. Shot tipped, he scores.
Does that give them some hope? Maybe, kind of, sort of? They've really given up a ton of goals tonight. Once you get a stick on it, it is total chaos for the goalie. It's reaction, it's luck. He couldn't catch up to that one.
Buffalo's got one here in the second. They need many more to follow, though.
Yeah, but they've got to start somewhere. I guess something positive, something to build on, but it's been a pretty rotten game for them so far.
They take possession as he locks them up off the faceoff. Slides it diagonally to Hathaway. That's broken up in the neutral zone. He got all of that one. Quick pass across to Hagelin. Trying to get it out. Off his own teammate.
That's a bad break. Now they've got to regroup.
Quick pass to Hagelin. Reads the play and forces the turnover. Keeps hold of the puck. Denied by the goaltender. Takes a hit. He goes down to the ice and coughs up the puck. Gets it out of his own end. Time winding down here. One last chance with this man advantage.
They've spent too much time going up and down the ice. They got to get it into the zone quickly.
Moves it quickly over to Ristolainen. Buffalo's got the puck against the half wall. Time's up on the power play. Both teams back to even strength.
Wow, did they get up on their toes on this penalty kill. Plenty of shots, lots of time in the 100 feet of ice away from their net. Good job.
Feeds the puck over to Verona. And he's able to handle that one. Instead of covering up, he feeds it along. And he slides it quickly to Girgensons. Drives to the crease. And the traffic jam in front blocks the shot. And now it's over to Jensen. Receives the pass. Great defensive play to come up with the puck. Sent into the offensive zone. The Capitals have it now. Washington's got it across the line. To his teammate. And couldn't find the intended receiver on that one. Made the stop on that play. Buffalo's got it in their own zone. Battling for it along the boards. With the steal. A chance in front. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. From the left side, they enter the attacking zone. Slides it across. Made that stop.
I like the goalie's positioning here. He was aggressive enough to make a save on a dangerous chance.
Quick feed to Reinhart. The Sabres carried along the wall. Washington's got the puck along the wall. Look out, here's a 2-on-0. Oh, what a save!
That gives a shot of adrenaline to his team, turning aside the breakaway.
Gets it over to Reinhart. Washington's looking to break out of their own end. That pass goes a little sideways. And the always popular icing call made, and you know what that means, Ray?
Yeah, offensive zone faceoff, man. He missed the play going down the ice, and that's a gimme icing. Now they can't change. You've got tired guys on the ice.
Takes the pass. Look out.
Ristolainen's not interested in dropping the mitts and going at it. He just got rattled by that big hit. Slowly, he's kind of meandering to the bench. They got to get the door. Oh, look at that. Here we go. We got a penalty coming up right here.
Takes the feed. And the puck stopper tags his man to get the extra attacker on the ice. Play is blown dead. We've got a penalty on the way. Slashing the call here on this one.
He got his 2 minutes worth there, James, as he's fishing away, and all of a sudden he takes the stick back and whacks him pretty good.
Denies him on the one-timer. And now he moves it to Eller. Dowd's going to play it against the half wall. He was locked in there. Second intermission approaching quickly here. Big save by the goaltender. Taken along the wall by Carlson. Too much traffic in the lane. 45 seconds to go here. There's the physical side. Scrum along the boards as they battle for the puck. And now it's grabbed by Eichel. Moves the puck along the half wall. Here's a chance, and that one's stopped. Not able to connect. And he slides it quickly to Hagelin. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. And that one's broken up. Here's a short pass to Hagelin. Drills him. That's just a great heads-up read at center ice. Tees him up. Big stop. And the horn sounds to stop the bleeding, at least for a few minutes anyway.
Present your ticket stub from tonight's game and receive up to 10% off of your meal at Bunsville Burgers Family Restaurants.
Time for the opening face-off here in period number 3. James Cybulski and Ray Ferraro set to call the action for you. The Sabres start the period off on the right note, winning the draw, and their man advantage unit gets going. Washington's got a hold of it along the wall, and now he tries to get it across to Eller. Washington's got the puck against the boards. Centering pass! Knocked away. Washington's got a hold of it against the wall. Puck picked up by Carlson. And he denied that opportunity. We're still in the early stages of this period. Washington's got a 5-2 lead. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. They've got numbers. Another crash.
No surprise here, James. He's been doing this since about 7 o'clock tonight. Time after time.
The Sabres' man advantage is over.
How's that? Penalized player comes out of the penalty box. He can give a nod down to his penalty-killing unit. They did their job. Outstanding work.
Denies him in close.
Yeah, it's in a dangerous spot. He makes a good save here.
Look at the Savardian spinorama. The Sabres get a hold of the puck in their own end. Takes the feed. Takes a big hit. The Capitals. Here comes the pushback.
Ovechkin's turning this challenge down. That's not part of his game.
Here he is from the slot. Denied by Omar.
Whoa!
He scores!
Sometimes it's just your night. He's got his second goal of the game. This is a good evening for him. Shooter's able to corral that saucer pass, and then he beats the goaltender.
The Capitals could almost put this one in neutral here for the rest of this third period.
They've dominated much of this game, and the score is clearly reflective of that.
Swoops in off the wing to grab the puck after the centerman tied him up. Passes over to Verona. There's a big hit against the boards.
You want to squeeze by because you know the middle of the ice is the bad place. You go up the wall sometimes, the door gets slammed.
Rocked him. The Sabres played along the wing. Gergensen gets hacked. The official's arms in the air. Let's see the call here. Did you call that a hatchet job with that slash?
I call that chopping broccoli right there.
Very good reference. Buffalo's got another opportunity here on the man advantage.
When you've already scored on the power play and you get one now, you can't wait to get over the boards to get started again.
Puck cleared from the defensive end. Feeds it to Skinner. Scrum along the boards. The Capitals gain possession along the wall. He got all of that hit. Too much congestion in front. Lays the body. Solid check to slow him down. Skinner's been tripped up, and we got a penalty coming up here. Gives them nothing in front. Let's get the official decision. The Capitals are going to be shorthanded because of a tripping call.
I guess it's a little bit of bad luck, James. I mean, he's reaching for the puck. He's in position to try and keep the play moving, but he trips him up.
Buffalo's power play unit puts their hard hats on as they go back to work.
Too many times on a long 5-on-3, the power play becomes static. Get it to the middle at the very least. Shoot it and make the penalty killers react.
Oh, that was violent.
That's a big hit, and it jars you right to the core when you get hit like that.
Buffalo's got it behind the net. He says, let's get physical on that play. Lets one go. Comes up with the block. The Capitals get a hold of the puck along the boards. Off his stick. Denies him on the one-timer. Oh, what reaction. And they can't connect. Moves it to Eichel. Under pressure. Chance to get it out.
Always a killer if he doesn't get this puck out.
His reflexes on display tonight.
Sometimes you're in close. There's no room to put it anywhere. The goalie smothered it all.
Puck possession so critical. Another face-off coming up here. The Sabres win the draw. Puck scooped up by Skinner. Denies him. He got all of it. Nice feed from the goaltender. Retrieves the puck, trying to kickstart this power play. Carries it across the line. Sends it across. With the stop. Shot in front. Denies him again.
No room for the shooter. The goaltender snuffed it out.
The Sabres have been the busier team in the offensive zone, but they still trail in the third. Sneaks away with the puck after he was tangled up on the draw. Big-time stop. Samsonov's going to slow things down and opts for the whistle.
He's had a really good night. He's been on top of his game, and there's not been much that's given him trouble.
The Sabres take possession off the faceoff. Right in front with the shot. And the lane's clogged up blocking that. Dishes it to Oshie. Gets in front of it. Nice job tying up his opponent. Lowers the boom with that hit. Lays into the body. The Capitals get a hold of the puck undermanned. Dillon's out of the box. He owes a lot of credit to that penalty-killing unit.
Another good penalty kill for them, James. They've done the job start to finish when they've been shorthanded.
Looks to pass it to Oshie. And the puck leaves the offensive zone. They'll be forced to tag up. And a delayed penalty coming up as he got tripped up. And there's the whistle stopping the play. Here's the official call. Looks like tripping the call.
Sometimes they're lazy, sometimes they're just bad luck.
Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw. And that one's broken up. Great block there. Pushes it across to Van Riemsdyk. And down he goes as the puck goes free. Easily turned aside by Omar. Buffalo's got the puck along the boards. Fails to find the open man. Washington's got it in the neutral zone. Here's the chance to set up now. Sends the pass over. Tries to feed it across. Right in the open ice. That one's picked off. Can't connect. Buffalo's gained possession along the boards. Takes the puck at the point. Shoots it. Overshot it.
Sometimes the only place you have is up over the goalie's shoulder. Sometimes you airmail it.
Misses wide. The Sabres have it from their own end. Nice pass. And we've got a 2-on-1. Stopped by the goaltender.
Nice move by the goalie to get out close to the shooter. Chara's style's not really going to change that much, but I know he's getting talked to by the coaches continually about trying to rein in the penalty minutes. This is a list you don't want to be on.
The Capitals gain control of the puck against the wall. Buffalo's got control of it now from their own end. Well, he's calling him out now.
Dillon's ready to go. Apparently, the other guy doesn't want anything to do with him.
There's the whistle stopping the play and allow him to get off the ice and get a much-needed breather here. The Penguins have been a Jekyll and Hyde squad at times on the road this year, and they're up next.
Now, the home team better be ready to play because you just never know what you're going to get from them.
Takes it to the front. Stopped by the goaltender.
Gergensen gets a shot on goal there, forcing the goalie into a save, and he can get back to work here, James. He's been sitting over in the penalty box in that 5-minute fighting major.
The Sabres still trail in this third period despite numerous scoring opportunities. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Answered the call there.
Smothered that in close chance.
Hammers a shot. Tremendous stop by Olmark. The Sabres have it against the wall. Charles' penalty has expired.
Sorry about your toes, James, that I just jumped on. That was a huge hit.
Takes a shot and makes the save.
Well-positioned save, and he has the rebound over in the corner.
Tries to get it to Wilson. Takes a shot. Scores! That's back-to-back, Ray.
Well, the game has changed. Those 2 goals here really have changed the outlook. Man, he dropped the shoulder and made the deke. The goalie bit hard, and there's all kinds of room to put it in low in the net.
The Capitals have been whipping their opponents all night long, and it continues here in the third.
This has been as good a performance as you can possibly imagine. There's really nothing to say behind their bench right now.
Buffalo's got the puck. Pass to Reinhart. Breakaway. Scores! Wow, what a goal!
Nice hands, great finish. Little short break and in the net.
Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 48 seconds.
And the bench exploded here beside me, James. Once he got into the open ice, they felt like he was going to put it away. You could just tell.
The Sabres still have a lot of catching up to do, but they have something to build on now.
Yeah, they do, and I think what they can look forward to is the buzzer is closer to the end of the game.
Oh, you went there, huh?
Sabres goal, scored by number 20.
Sends a pass over. Right out in front, turns it away.
Oh, you're not going to get a better chance than that, but the goalkeeper does a great job.
Picked up along the wall by Jensen. Can't hang on to the puck after the play. Denies him with the blocker. What a stop by Olmark.
Wilson's able to take that quick pass. He's already got it.
Scores! And there's the hat trick.
First time this season, he scored 3. He's done it before, but it never gets less exciting. The rebound snapped away. What a nice shot. But the goalie's got to do a better job cleaning up that rebound. You can't leave it right there.
Washington's goal-scoring abilities have been on full display so far this evening and here in the third.
Really impressive display. They've moved the puck well, skated, really forechecked. Well, there's really nothing they haven't done tonight.
A chance in front! He scores! Aye, aye, Captain!
13, Jacob Vrana. And by number 43, Tom Wilson. Time of the goal, 13 minutes, 57 seconds.
Man, he laid a beauty of a pass across there. Enough air to clear the sticks, and it lands perfectly on the shooter's stick.
The Sabres have a long way to go still here in the third.
I guess you get your scorers out there and you try and keep climbing out of a hole, but it's not very pretty right now.
Eichel's won it. Taken by Ristolainen. Puck moved over to Dahlin.
Assisted by number 4.
Washington's looking to break out of their own end. Quick pass to Oshie. Here's a shot, just wide of the net. Puck grabbed by Ovechkin. Great little poke check by the goaltender there.
Wow.
Eichel's got it into offensive territory. Picked up along the boards by Ovechkin. Carries the puck inside the neutral zone. Buffalo's got a hold of it along the wall. Washington's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Eichel's tripped up and the official's hand is in the air signaling penalty. The Capitals don't like it, but they'll serve 2 in the penalty box.
Always a little careless to get a tripping penalty. You get your stick into the player's feet, and when he goes down, you're going to go to the box.
Another scoring opportunity looms here.
It's amazing how your enthusiasm for being on the power play can get kicked in the pants when you struggle like they have tonight.
Oh, what? He scores!
Add that power play goal to the earlier one. They've really done well with the extra man here. Really effective power play there. They move the puck around, and they're able to find him right in the middle of the slot.
Buffalo's got to be thinking more and more offense here now in the third.
No reason to sit back. You're in a hole here. You need goals, and you need lots of them. Attack.
Puck is dropped, and we are back underway. Slides it to Skinner. Couldn't complete the play. Takes the feed after his goalie chooses not to cover up. Here's a chance. Oh, he gets a blocker on it. What a reaction. And loses possession after a solid hit. Great pass from off the right side. Eagle eyes by the referees. Delayed penalty coming up here. Looks like they caught the slash. And the goaltender gets to the bench for the extra attacker. And it's a quick pass to Eichel. Here comes the official's call. Jensen's stick work will land him 2 minutes for slashing.
Buffalo's going to have to make an adjustment here. Their injured player will not be back tonight.
Readers won the draw. And that's broken up. Angles it over to Carlson. Throws it in. Inside of the final minute here in the third. Moves it quickly over to Stahl. Moves the puck. Puts it on net. What an opportunity. Puts it high.
Looking to pop the water bottle off the top of the net. He shoots it too much over the top.
And a big stick save by the goaltender.
Now, by being in the right position, James, he gets so tight to the shooter, there's nowhere for the puck to go.
That goes off a twig. Quick feed to Down. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. From the right wing, he moves it to the middle. 18 seconds left. Well, the officials have tried to keep things in line, and yet another penalty called here. Eller's going off to the box for 2 minutes.
Now reaches in with his stick, and he'll go to the box.
Backstrom's won it in their own end. Orlov's got it in the defensive end. Takes it out of the offensive zone and back to center. There's the whistle. Offside is the call, stopping the play. Buffalo's offensive struggles have been the story tonight. Lots of chances, just not a lot of results. Puck is dropped and play resumes. From the point, they take control of it. Oh, smart heads-up play to poke that one away. And that'll do it tonight. Backstrom's hat trick leads the way in this victory, Ray. Your thoughts on ice level?
Goal scorers are supposed to score. He had opportunities, and he did not miss tonight.